I'm Jeremy. Today's day 347 of reading Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Let's get started. We are currently on page 20. Let's go. Chapter 2, A Peck of Owls. What? Said Harry blankly. He left, said Mrs. Fig, wriggling her hands. Left to see someone about a batch of cauldrons that fell off the back of a broom. I told him I'd flay him alive if he went. And now look, Dementors! It's just lucky I put Mr. Tibbles on the case. But we haven't got time to stand around. Hurry, now we've got to get you back. Oh, the trouble this is going to cause. I will kill him. But the revelation that his batty old cat-obsessed neighbor knew what Dementors were was almost as big as his shock to Harry as meeting two of them down the alleyway. You're a witch? I'm a squib, as Mundungus knows full well. So how on earth was I supposed to help you fight off Dementors? He left you completely without cover. Then when I warned him, this bloke Mundungus has been following me? Hang on, it was him? He disapparated from the front of my house. Yes. But luckily, I stationed Mr. Tibbles under a car just in case, and Mr. Tibbles came and warned me. But by the time I got to your house, you'd gone. And now, what's Dumbledore going to say? You! She shrieked at Dudley, still supine on the alley floor. Get your fat bottom off the ground. Quick! You know Dumbledore? Said Harry, staring at her. Of course I know Dumbledore. Who doesn't know Dumbledore? But come on, I'll be no help if they come back. I've never so much as transfigured a tea bag. She stooped down, seized one of Dudley's massive arms in her wizened hands, and tugged. Get up, you useless lump! Get up! But Dudley either could not or would not move. He was still on the ground, trembling and ashen-faced, his mouth shut very tight. I'll do it. Harry took hold of Dudley's arm and heaved. With an enormous effort, he managed to hoist Dudley to his feet. Dudley seemed to be on the point of fainting. His small eyes were rolling in their sockets, and sweat was beading his face. The moment Harry let go of him, he swayed dangerously. Hurry up, said Mrs. Fig hysterically. Harry pulled one of Dudley's massive arms around his own shoulders and dragged him toward the road, sagging slightly under his weight. Mrs. Fig tottered along in front of them, peering anxiously around the corner. Keep your wand out, she told Harry as they entered Wisteria Walk. Never mind the statute of secrecy now. There's going to be a hell to pay anyway. We might as well be hanged for a dragon as an egg. Talk about the reasonable restriction of underage sorcery. This was exactly what Dumbledore was afraid of. What's that at the end of the street? Oh, it's just Mr. Prentice. Don't put your wand away, boy. Don't I keep telling you it's no use? It was not easy to hold the wand steady and carry Dudley along at the same time. Harry gave his cousin an impatient dig in the ribs, but Dudley seemed to have lost all desire for independent movement. He slumped on Harry's shoulders, his large feet dragging along the ground. Why didn't you tell me you were a squib? Harry asked Mrs. Fig, panting with the effort to keep walking. All those times I came around your house, why didn't you say anything? Dumbledore's orders. I was to keep an eye on you but not say anything. You were too young. I'm sorry I gave you such a miserable time, but the Dursley would never have let you come if they thought you enjoyed it. It wasn't easy, you know? But oh my word, she said tragically, wringing her hand once more. When Dumbledore hears about this, how could Mundungus have left? He was supposed to be on duty until midnight. Where is he? How am I going to tell Dumbledore what happened? I can't apparate. I've got an owl. You can borrow her. Harry groaned, wondering whether his spine was going to snap under Dudley's weight. Harry, you don't understand. Dumbledore, we need to act as quickly as possible. The Ministry have their own ways of detecting underage magic. They'll know already. You mark my words, but I was getting rid of Dementors. I had to use magic. They're going to be more worried of what Dementors were doing floating around Wisteria Walk, surely? Oh, my dear, I wish it were so, but I'm afraid. Mundungus Fletcher, I am going to kill you. There was a loud crash crack and a strong smell of mingled drink and stale tobacco filled the air as a squat, unshaven man in tattered overcoat materialized right in front of them. He had short, bandy legs, long, straggly ginger hair, and bloodshot, baggy eyes that gave him the doleful look of a basset hound. He was also clutching a silvery bundle that Harry recognized at once as an invisibility cloak. "Sup, Figgy?" he said, staring from Mrs. Fig to Harry and Dudley. "What happened to staying undercover?" "I'll give you undercover," cried Mrs. Fig. "Dementors, you useless, skiving sneak thief!" "Dementors?" repeated Montagus, aghast. "Dementors here?" "Yes, here, you worthless pile of back droppings! Here!" shrieked Mrs. Fig. "Dementors attacking the boy on your watch." "Blimey," said Montagus weakly, looking from Mrs. Fig to Harry and back again. "Blimey, and you off buying stolen cauldrons? Didn't I tell you not to go? Didn't I? Montagus looked deeply uncomfortable. It was a very good business opportunity. See?" Mrs. Fig raised the arm from which her string bag dangled and whacked Montagus around the face and neck with it. Judging by the clinking noise it made, it was full of cat food. "Ouch! Giraffe, you mad old bat! Someone's got to tell Dumbledore." "Yes, they have," yelled Mrs. Fig, still swinging the bag of cat food at every bit of Montagus she could reach. "And it had better be you, and you can tell him why you weren't there to help." "Keep your hairnet on," said Montagus, his arms over his head, cowering. I'm going. And with another loud crack, he vanished. "I hope Dumbledore murders him," said Mrs. Fig furiously. "Now come on, Harry. What are you waiting for?" Harry decided not to waste his remaining breath on pointing out that he could barely walk under Dudley's bulk. He gave the semi-conscious Dudley a heave and staggered onward. "I'll take you to the door," said Mrs. Fig, as they turned into Privet Drive, "just in case there are more of them around." "Oh, my word, what a catastrophe! And you had to fight them off yourself. And Dumbledore said we were to keep you from doing magic at all costs. Well, it's no good crying over spilled potion, I suppose, but the cat's among the pixies now." "So," Harry panted, "Dumbledore's been having me follow?" "Of course he has," said Mrs. Fig impatiently. "Did you expect him to let you wander off around on your own after what happened in June? Good Lord, boy, they told me you were intelligent." "Right, get inside and stay there," she said as they reached number 4. "I expect someone will be in touch with you soon enough." "What are you going to do?" said Harry quickly. "I'm going straight home," said Mrs. Fig, staring around the dark street and shuddering. "I'll need to wait for more instructions. Just stay in the house. Good night." "Hang on, don't go yet. I want to know." But Mrs. Fig had already set off at a trot, carpet slippers flopping, string bag clanking. "Wait!" Harry shouted after her. He had a million questions to ask anyone who was in contact with Dumbledore, but within seconds, Mrs. Fig was swallowed by the darkness. Scowling, Harry readjusted Dudley on his shoulder and made a slow, painful way up number 4 Gardens path. The hall light was on. Harry stuck his wand back into the waist pocket of his jeans, rang the bell, and watched Aunt Petunia's outline grow larger and larger, oddly distorted by the rippling in the front door. Diddy! About time, too. I was getting quite diddy. What's the matter? Harry looked sideways at Dudley and ducked out from under his arm just in time. Dudley swayed for a moment on the spot, his face pale green. Then he opened his mouth at last and vomited all over the doormat. Thank you, everyone. That's all for today. Bye. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to read page 25. Bookmark, close. Peace out.